bringing him into the royal fold because apparently it's a thing.
No, Alhambra, why?
Hey up, it's your northern lad, and we are proper on the offensive. But we are reconsolidating our forces before we make the big push. In it, meanwhile, we've got ourselves a wonderful spy called Tahir. Now, question is, where do we put this lad? Because ultimately, you don't want them to... Oh... Shit. Well, unfortunately, I've got a little bit distracted here. We are proper on the offensive. Because I can't seem to find a way to get out of this prickly little purr of a situation. We have a catapult, a swordsman, a pikeman, 2 composite bowmen, and another catapult coming from England. And all of our forces are on the precipice of Vienna. So they're going to have to expend at least 5-6 turns to get there, because our roads are yet completed. And so we are, as the professionals call it, absolutely screwed. However, in it meanwhile, let's just consider the fact that we want to maybe send our spy to someone who's probably got some decent technologies to steal. Question is, who? Now, the Ottomans, I think, is probably our best approach because we don't mind pissing them off. Eventually, we're going to be taking them again. I mean, they got some wonderful wonders. They've got basically an encasement of all of our cities around them. We're sharing a border, and our capital cities are as close to each other as the Vatican City is to Rome. So I think that no matter what, we'll eventually be going for them. It'd be foolish not to. But in the meanwhile, this is where I start to panic. So I'm going to send back our primary units. We want to send back the swordsman, and we want to send our unit that has double attack. And of course, the Great General. So much for making an advance on anyone at all. We can't be doing it because nobody wants to leave me alone. I think I actually have to send this archer over too, and that's going to put us into unhappiness because of the garrison. But what else am I supposed to do? I need all hands on deck so that I don't lose my city. It doesn't have any walls. It doesn't have a castle. I mean, the defence, 19. Nottingham's got 27, and so does London. So, by comparison, defence really not ideal. So go on, pop over there, lad. Putting us into slight unhappiness. Probably should have waited to do that and attacked first, because by attacking, he now has -2 happiness modifier against him. But we'll just pile it on and hope for death. Well, no, that was a slip of the tongue. Hope for the best. That was a Freudian slip if I've ever heard one. Oh, would you look at that? In glorious AI fashion, many units of retreat, and yet 2 units, one popped over at river such like, so he's going to get the river penalty, and the other one's just going over there. Catapult's in range though, so we are definitely going to smoke the crap out of him. In fact, to tell the something, because he's got a river crossing. No, don't get any bright ideas, lad. Oh, beautiful. We got another great general called Vercingetorix. Vercingetorix. Nailed it first time. And so we can actually relieve our other great general, Sargon, and keep him up here. And I think I'll actually build another citadel just to get us ever so closer to Vienna in meanwhile. You can just rest. It's a shame this lad's injured. It would be better if he were fully healed. But we make do with the situation that's thrust before us. Najran as well is going to be a bit of a prickly pear as well. I don't know why I keep on talking about prickly pears, but he's there, and he's probably going to keep pumping out missionaries left, right, and centre, and he's going to convert us all. But we have Sikhism. God, look at that religious pressure. There's more religious pressure from Islam around us than our own capital city. That is a tripe I've ever heard of one. Not that I think I'm using that word correctly, but what are you going to do? Well, let's see what England does next. Solomon has made peace with Elizabeth. You know, that's a little strange. Maybe they were originally going through our borders to get to the Ottomans. Because they're not actually doing anything right now. Well, I know what they are doing. They're giving us free XP and free coins. But once again, they're really, really delaying my ability to take anyone's capital. So no matter how many times I try and actually make an advance, I have to pull back and then redeploy and not fade away. It's bollocks, I tell thee. Bollocks. I'm starting to get a little bit annoyed. You can't reach, can you? But now they can because they got the marsh. The dead marsh isn't way. 23 damage. The slaughter squad's on the front line, and we are not going to take this transgression lightly. Maybe London will be the next city brought into the Moroccan fold. Such a crass phrase. Like, they say, you know, the royal fold. Bringing them into the royal fold because apparently it's a thing. No, Alhambra, why? We're trying to talk about royal folds over here. I'm too busy not getting distracted about losing me precious. 20 turns, 123 coins, and -5 happiness. Yeah, there were no way I was going to get Alhambra, was I? Worst part is, though, I don't even know where it's built. Like, I know at least where Solomon has built his Notre Dame, because I can just click here and I can see it. But Alhambra, that's the one that got away. Tragic. Anyway, in the meantime, let's just get him on killing floor. Right, you can't do now, so I'm going to heal you up. So much for Alhambra. You know what? Maybe if I called this video So Long Alhambra, it would get an unusual amount of views just like my last one where I said So Long Petra. Why that is? Can someone please explain? Because I've knout about it. Now, I do remember I was going to build Heroic Epic, and I do believe I've got some production on that. Not much, actually, to say the least. I think I might actually go for Madiin Saleh instead, because I will get 1+ culture per desert tile, and no one's built it yet. It gives you production for each oasis, but I got no oases. Actually, I would have if I got it in Rabat. But Rabat's a little bit busy finishing off the Hanging Gardens. If I don't get that neither, I might have a Screaming Abdab. Gonna build another Casbah there. Casbah? Gonna build another Casbah there. There goes the Buddha-Zabamian. Buddha-Zabamian is basically desert folklore for one city. It's not bad. It's not ideal. You better not die, lad. You better not. No. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm on the edge of my seat. This is high-octane gameplay right here. Oh no, the Aztecs have lost their capital. Well, no matter how bad I'm doing, at least I'm not the Aztecs. But even so, we lost Alhambra. We didn't get Buddha-Zabamian. Not that we're going to get it anyway. I mean, look at us. But even so, it would have been nice to get it, because then we can consolidate our religion. But it's not happening. So now I'm going to snipe you so my lad can get away. Where he can go, I don't know, though. I might have to actually move my composite bowman out of position so I can make space. And then try and focus him down so he can go. So he can get lost. I'm going to move me Ancient Swordsman over here so he doesn't go into the marshes. Because those marshes, the minus 10% defense penalty from being in a marsh is brutal. Like, it doesn't seem like a lot, 10%, but I think it's actually 10% after all other factors. Solomon, you know, I think you don't even dislike me anymore, so you probably give me my money again. Yes, you will. Brilliant. And please, I'm crossing my fingers. No, I'm crossing my fingers, I'm crossing my toes, crossing my eyes. No, because Hanging Gardens is right around the corner. Come on. Actually, it's already at City States. It's going to be built. Yes! Righto. So that is a saving grace. That is a consolidation. Or should I say a consolation against losing out on Alhambra. What a very foodie city. Oh, what am I doing? Change the default focus. How long's it been like that? Jesus Christ, it's had unemployed citizens all this time. What's he been doing with himself? Bloody hell. And look, we're back to actually 0 coinage from -10. So maybe that's the reason why. I just kept it on production focus. You too. Actually, I think I had a reason for you. Because you needed the extra production to get Alhambra, so I think I can excuse it, but I'm going to change it back to a regular default focus. Not that it does that much, you're not going to grow none the like. I mean, we're at -5 happiness. I'm going to go back and get the sulk. Can pop this guy. Actually, no, I'm going to slaughter him first. I know I won't get happiness from being in city, but I saw a target and I took it. And finally our archers again to front line. Just a little too late, I think. My Casbahs haven't come into play too much neither. I would have thought that I'd actually be able to provide some defensive bonuses to my units, but we haven't actually had any attacks nor defences needed within that territory. But you watch. In a few turns' time, all this desert will be Casbah. Right, Rabat, I tell thee what. I'm going to build a caravan because we're Morocco and we need that extra culture from trade. And we've got another trade slot. Finally. Like I was thinking, when am I going to get my next trade? And lo and behold, it has arrived. I was going to take this archer and shoot him and then move him down and take 2 shots off. But then I saw my pikeman and I thought, don't feel like tempting fate today. No, thank you. So I moved him away. You can jump over there, lad. You're going to help me archer heal a crisp 35 health. My archer can take a shot off. Really quite annoying how all of these archers have cover protection. It's absolutely crazy just how many promotions that every single one of these units has. And Pocatello, no, like, I don't get it. Why are so many people saying, could you please come and do battle with me when I'm already juggling 3 or 4 civilizations at once? They're like, yeah, one more won't do you any harm, will it? Yes, it bloody would. I've got a war on 3 fronts here. Has that ever worked historically? No, it hasn't. Also, that's quite hilarious. Someone stole masonry from me, whose technology is so far back that they don't have masonry. It's there. It's an ancient era technology. We're in the medieval era, champ. What's going on? Sorry, that was very condescending. I didn't mean to call him a champ. He's going to make it. Right, slash him. Bit disappointing, 43 damage on a bloody Trebuchet. I mean, I know he's got the crossing river penalty and the unhappiness penalty, but it's a Trebuchet. You think they'd be really vulnerable to melee damage. And yet, even with the city attack, he's just shrugged it off like it went out. Oh yeah, you're going to get it. 23 damage. 23 damage. Oh wait, no, he's in rough terrain. Don't listen to me. I was thinking, why did he take less damage when one of them's got more promotions, but then I actually used my brain and my eyes and looked to see why. And so he goes off and retreat. Didn't pay attention to what England was doing, but it would have actually moved my camera to see if we were being attacked, and we're not. They're just kind of farting around yet again. There are so many civilizations that are just like, am I going to do it? Am I going to do it? And they never do. I guess I'm one to talk, moving in, moving back. But I'm scouting, lad. Right, Ankara. Now. You're probably on... Yeah, you are. Production focus. You know what weird, though? Like, I do this and do this. More production, less coins, but no growth, neither which. And more production to me is more important than coins. Because we got enough of a reserve to bide our time, to tide us over. And you're not growing on the like. But Courthouse, still, I tell thee. You know, you got to do a dollar cost metric here. You got to say value for money. If I were to do the Courthouse, how much happiness would I clear? It says here 6.7 from population in occupied cities. Now, does that mean 6.7 in total, or that's the regular citizen unhappiness plus a modifier of extra unhappiness, but it's all lumped into one? Because 6.7 happiness isn't a round number. You can't get 0.7 of a person unhappy and the other 30% is happy. But even so, if we were to do a calculation, it's 1 coin for a Colosseum and 4 coins per turn for a Courthouse. And we'd clear our happiness, and we're not rolling in dough, so we're building a Colosseum. I rest my case. Let's finish off some pesky units here. He's not going to die against that pikeman. But he doesn't heal per turn, so I'm definitely going to have to withdraw after that. Tactically, of course. He can't reach him, can he? Get over at Thill. Get over at River. There goes the Trebuchet. Here's a fun question. How many cities do you reckon England has? Because I don't remember what the second city is for England of all civilizations. But Nottingham?
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, she's not going to tell me neither. I don't think it's Nottingham. What, is Robin Hood gonna declare war on me next? From... Oh wait, no, that's the Sheriff of Nottingham. I think Robin Hood's from Loxley, or some place that no one's ever heard of. And if you have heard of Loxley, then I suppose you're more cultured than I am. Someone stole construction. Should we do counterintelligence? Are we really at a disadvantage if we are not blocking people from pinching our technologies? I mean, construction. Let's look. Construction. I realise it's rich of me to say you don't have masonry yet. Construction. Let's look. When I don't even have sailing. But it makes sense for me not to have sailing, lad. I mean, we don't have a single coastal city yet, which is a little bit embarrassing for anyone who's half good at playing Civilization 5. But everyone needs masonry. I mean, construction. You need the walls. You may need the mausoleum if you're lucky. And you need to clear marshes and get some quarries at meantime. Construction. Right, heal in place. Let's cross at river. Right, so this archer does 14 damage per turn to the city. And I'm pretty sure they heal like 25 damage per turn as a default, as a city. So you'd need to have a decent amount of archers repeatedly raining down hellfire on the city to make any progress, because otherwise, if they heal more than you do damage per turn, then it's an absolute fallacy, it's a lost cause. Still without scouting, and we're at the point now where I'm pretty sure that every single civilization has claimed so much land that we can't actually cross at borders without an open border treaty, or being at war, which... all the AI are really helping me out by endlessly declaring war on me. So I guess I don't really need some open borders and spend money on that when I can just be at war with everyone. Thanks, guys. Right, we're getting close to building a road. And I tell them maybe that's why we're in such a budget deficit, is because we've just been building a road the entire time. I guess that makes sense. I'm going to get aggressive here, build a citadel, and then I can plonk me composite bowman in there, because even if the pikeman attacks, he'll take 30 damage and he's got the defensive bonus from being in Citadel, and then he can just rake up all the XP he needs. See, this is what they don't teach you in Civilopedia. Really, you're learning top-tier gameplay from yours truly. Now, this does look like a proper decent reinforced city, and I'm not about to start making full on advances too much yet, especially because we're not even going for capital. And now Istanbul has taken top tier for the best city to trade with. Crazy to think that the Ottomans are actually doing so well, considering. And now I'm definitely going to trade with them. Thank you for the 1 culture, thank you for the 7 coins per turn, and thank you for the 3 science per turn. You're pushing me closer to getting universities, which I will spam once I actually get the technology. And very soon we'll get our caravan, so we can get even more culture per turn. And we'll probably trade with you as well, because you're giving us so much science. May purchase with faith. What can I purchase for 52 faith? It's probably one of those ancient era units, isn't it? From Islam. $50 says it is. Hello? See what? Oh, it is a scout actually. I just have to take me scout out of it city. And you know what? I might actually do it. I might actually get a scout. Why not? Because we're not going to get our second great prophet anytime soon. And we need to scout. It will be good to get optics too, so we can actually sail across the Thorsian. And now let's see what my caravan can trade. Yeah, it's Idern. No doubt about it. Although, if we trade internally... No, we can't. We're Morocco. Like I usually would, because +4 food really helps out. But then you don't get the +1 cult. What? Oh, Morocco, why do you do this to me? In my haste, I forgotteth that when you trade with one civilization, it's only one time that you trade that you get the culture. You can trade with every city-state and get it culture, but you can only trade once with one civilization. And now, I may have shot myself in both foot, both knees, and both eyeballs in my hubris. But at least we get an extra 6 coins per turn, so not the end of the world. And next, Rabat. So you got some great food here, actually. You're going to grow really fast. Even on production focus, it doesn't change none the like. And we're going to get a great engineer pretty soon. I remember a trillion years ago when I was like, oh, it's going to take us forever to get a great engineer. Well, now he's on the cusp. And we're going to get him to build something quite decent. One of these wonders to be exact. Which one? TBD. Because, frankly, between Templar Mayor... Well, let's be real, actually. Templar Mayor is only good if you like to spam wonders, which I'm struggling to build any. And we're not exactly Egypt, are we? Mausoleum of Alicarnassus might be good, but again, not too many great people being spawned. Teotihuacan is better if you have a lot of masonry upgrades around your city. We have 1. Same with all Mausoleum of Alicarnassus as well. And then there's Lashan Giant Butter. It gives you +1 happiness for every 3 social policies you have, +6 happiness, +2 culture, +2 faith, and great engineer points, +2. It's actually mental. It's really good. Is it unbalanced? Sure it is. But again, remember, Notre Dame is +10 happiness, and only 1 civilization gets to build it. So if I don't build it, someone else gets the bonus. So I'm going to wait at least 8 turns before I can build that. And then, in the meanwhile, I think it would be better off if I just continue to build military units. Rack them up. And the pikeman moved in, but he didn't attack. So he just put himself in a perfect... In fact, he moved right to the front line, took the 30 damage, and did nought. Why are they so afraid to go to Citadel? Like, I'm genuinely curious. No, you're going to give me Islam. Well, no, I keep saying Islam. It's because it's Arabia, right? He's going to give me Buddhism. Arabia, if I give him open borders, which I don't want to. Finally! What took you so long? Yes! Try and take me archers, because then I can just swap them out. He can't take too much damage, though. Wow, Brazil stole theology. A lot of civilizations pinching our stuff. We can't do this for too much, because he's at 54 health. He did 43 health, and he's got another one on his flank. But I can do this. And now, if they try and attack us, They'll both die. Let's see what my little scout can find. Probably not much. And these borders here do in fact suggest that England has at least 3 cities. If I were to bet, and I'm not a betting man, it's probably York. Because we all know just how great York is. And it's definitely the city that you go to when you want to visit Yorkshire. I do find it quite funny whenever people say, oh, Yorkshire. Yeah, I've been to York. And I'm like, there are so many cities in Yorkshire. It's the biggest county in all of England. And yet York is the city that people think are so... It's so weird. Like, I'm sorry, York, but 1,000 years ago, you were a really big deal. But these days, you're eclipsed by more beautiful cities and larger cities, such as Leeds, Doncaster, Sheffield, and everyone's favourite, Hull. Or as the Southerners like to call it, Hull. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go through every single city in England and just diss them one by one. Ooh, I lose myself. Right, this scout here has 1 promotion. Might give him scouting, actually. Which did absolutely nothing. But, I mean, is he going to go out of the city? Probably not. I mean, all he's doing is providing the culture and the happiness, as I previously mentioned. And actually, as I'm discussing this about the scout, I'm currently observing a really quite large force right on my border. And now I'm starting to wonder whether or not the Ottomans are going to join as a player 4 in this 4v1 smackdown. But in the great tradition of Civilization 5, as a 500-turn epic game of slowness and long-term strategy, we have reached our time. What will happen next time, I wonder, between the Ottomans in the northeast, the Austrians in the northwest, and England in the south? And of course, don't forget Brazil in the west. We haven't made peace with them yet. And now our city's been converted to Islam. But look, they're giving us desert folklore, so it's not the end of the world. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for joining. We've made it to 10 episodes. So I really hope you're enjoying the series so far. And until next time, I've been your Northern Lad, and that wood better go in tall when I get back. Alright? Now get out. Please.